Chapter 6. Fellowship Moments. The highlight of my time in China had to be the amazing fellowship with local believers. Having left the secure and spiritually comfortable environment of our first location, I was excited but perhaps a little apprehensive about being potentially on my own as a Christian in a totally secular place. As it happened, I arrived at my new home on Thursday and found myself meeting with local believers on the following Sunday. Amazingly, within 1 week, I was having one-to-one Bible study with the only Chinese Christian who could speak English. I felt it was a real miracle, and I was so overwhelmed by such a sense of privilege and gratitude to the only one who could have arranged it. That first Sunday, I rejoiced with those gathered to hear 7 new believers testify to their faith in Christ as they were baptized in obedience to His word. There were about 100 of us who shared in communion afterwards. The little church is so remote. It's a barn in the middle of a paddy field, reached by a muddy path, that they baptized and shared communion only 3 times a year. The service was followed by a shared lunch in the church. My praise and worship soon changed to prayers of intercession as I fervently asked the Lord for gastronomic protection and increased health for my immune system. I think that prayer was provoked by the dear brother with a single front tooth next to me, who sucked his chopsticks clean before placing a piece of Chinese delicacy, pork fat, ceremoniously in my rice bowl. I trust my expression of thanks in much practiced Mandarin seemed more sincere than it actually was. I had the privilege of joining that delightful group of brothers and sisters for 7 consecutive weeks. Invitations to meals in different homes and the kindness and hospitality shown out of their obvious poverty and need was truly overwhelming. Who needs language when we can enjoy fellowship like this? Was a reoccurring thought. It was quite incredible how we communicated without understanding a word. Admittedly, my English-speaking friend came to my rescue on occasions, especially when I was asked to preach the following Sunday. On feeling a nudge in my spirit that to preach would not be wise, a compromise was found through my writing out my testimony and what I hoped was a little word of encouragement for the church. The script was then translated by Sister L, and she read it out to the assembled company the next Sunday. Having been prevailed upon to sing a solo, a dubious rendering of Blessed Assurance was recognized by a lady at the back who announced the number in their hymn book, and everyone joined in with gusto. During the week, Sister L and I continued our study of the book of Ruth. It was so refreshing for me to look again at this well-loved story through the eyes of someone who had never heard it before. My sister translated the study 1 page at a time and passed each one in turn on to the church leaders. Chapter 7. Hope for China Moments. Since coming home, I've been able to send some more small group studies published by Christian Women Communicating International and Women Aglow on the Gospels, Genesis, prayer and the Word, by a short-term team member who recently visited. A missionary friend will have the translated studies published locally and distributed among the believers nationally. From Inner Mongolia in the north to Hainan Island in the south to Taiwan in the east. I pray that the Lord will protect and use this small venture for His glory and the building up of the saints in China. I was delighted to be able to leave a monetary gift for the little church and another for the translation work. There are 5 Chinese sisters at least in this small church who will be key people in forming Bible study groups. They will also encourage others to reach out to their not yet Christian neighbours and friends by means of hospitality-based evangelism and areas of common interest. They are just ripe for Christian viewpoint or activate ideas and resources to be used in low-key ways, since public witness outside the church building is prohibited and severely punished. So hospitality-based evangelism really works. Everyone, no matter how poor in China, has access to a TV and video or DVD player, so videos with little or no speech and lots of mime, for example Mr. Bean type, are ideal for the many in church and community who are illiterate and very restricted to their local dialect. It is so useful to be able to harness modern technology for the Lord's work. I was very grateful for the email facility found in every town, where I could keep in weekly contact with praying friends back home. And how I needed their prayers, and indeed felt the power of them. This will be my abiding memory of this time in China. Sometimes the spiritual oppression and conditions threatened to engulf me completely, so when they began to lift, that was when I knew that people were praying. I continue to have regular contact by email with Sally and the church through Sister L. If you'd like to continue with me on my wanderings, please give it a thumbs up and press the subscribe button.